our next topic is centripetal acceleration. Now first of all, see the definition. During uniform circular motion of a body, the acceleration so produced due to the change in direction only. As the motion of a body on the circle is with a constant velocity, velocity is not changing, direction will be different at the different points. So due to the change in the direction, the acceleration so produced, which is directed towards the center, is called the centripetal acceleration. Now let us see first of all the diagram. Let an object is revolving on a circular path having center O. Center is O point and the object is revolving. Let at any point the radius is r vector at the point A. Now after the dt time, the object reaches at the point B, and here also r vector is over here. Theta is the angle covered during this, and the time taken is delta t. So this vector will be the delta r, okay, net displacement vector between the points A and B. This is delta r. Now draw the direction of velocity. Velocity is always along the direction of the tangent. So here the velocity will be like this, and here the velocity will be like this. Now see, the direction of velocity, which is along the direction of the tangent, direction is different. So let it is a v vector and it is a v dash vector. Direction is different. This is the triangle for the OAB, is the triangle for the radius vector. Now if you will draw the triangle for the velocity vector, how can you draw? Now see, this is the velocity v, this is the velocity v, okay, this is the v vector, this is the v dash vector. V dash vector lies over here like this, in this direction. This is v dash vector, this is v dash vector. V dash vector lies along this direction. Now if this is v dash vector, this will be the delta v, and you know well that whatever be the angle between the two vectors will be same as the angle between its two perpendicular. So at present theta is the angle between the two vectors. These are the two perpendiculars, v and v dash. The same angle will be over here, okay, same angle. You can explain like this also. If this is a circle, the vector over here has perpendicular like this. If the vector is over here, the perpendicular is like this. These two vectors have 90-degree angle. Naturally the vector this and this, which is perpendicular to these two, are also have 90-degree angle, okay, the same thing. Now see over here, this triangle is OPQ. This triangle is that OPQ, okay. Now the triangle OAB is similar to triangle OPQ. These two triangles are similar. Why these two triangles are similar? Because these two triangles are isosceles triangle and vertex angles are equal. It means by the property of similarity, these two triangles will be similar, and if the triangles are similar, the ratio of the sides will be also equal. Therefore you can write like this: delta v upon v vector, okay, delta v upon v vector. Delta v upon v is equals to delta r vector upon r vector, according to the concept that if two triangles are similar, then ratio of the sides will also equal. Therefore, delta v can be written as what? It is v upon r and delta r vector. If we will divide this expression by delta t, then this will be the divided by delta t. So this will be the delta v modulus upon delta t is equals to v upon r delta r vector upon delta t. Now the average acceleration, this is the average acceleration can be written as delta v upon delta t. It is the average acceleration, okay, average acceleration. So this is at present the average acceleration. Therefore, you can write average acceleration can be written as v upon r delta r vector upon delta t. This is the average. Now, if you want to find out the instantaneous value of acceleration at a particular point, then how can you calculate the value of instantaneous acceleration? Instantaneous acceleration at a point can be calculated if the time gap is very small. So, if delta t tends to 0, then what you should get? This formula can be written as v upon r limit delta t tends to 0 delta r upon delta t, okay, delta r upon delta t, and delta r upon delta t is the net displacement from A to B with respect to the time. It is what? It is the velocity at a particular instant. So this can be written as v upon r into v, and this is the centripetal acceleration at a particular point. Why I have written AC? Now see, this is the direction of the delta v which is directed towards the center. The direction of the acceleration is towards the center. Therefore, this is the centripetal acceleration at a particular time. At a particular time, this will be the v square upon r. This is very important expression. Centripetal acceleration is v square upon r. Now, v can be written as r omega also. So this can be written as r square omega square upon r. R will get cancelled, so it is r omega square. This is also the expression for the centripetal acceleration. Our next topic is tangential acceleration. It is also a different type of acceleration. Definition is, if a particle moves with a non-uniform velocity. If particle moves with uniform velocity, that produces centripetal acceleration. If particle moves with non-uniform velocity and the particle is moving on a circular track, then due to the change in magnitude of the velocity, this produces an acceleration, and that acceleration is called the tangential acceleration, right? Whenever magnitude changes, if it is moving on the circular path, naturally direction also changes. But if the magnitude is also changing, then change in magnitude produces tangential acceleration. How can you explain this? For example, an object is moving on a circular track like this, having center O. This is the position of the particle at particular instant at A. Now, after a definite time, it reaches the point B and covers angle theta. Now, what will be the direction of angular velocity? Angular velocity will be always like this, omega, and you have seen that whatever be the direction of angular velocity, same will be the direction of the alpha also, okay, because these are the aerial vectors along the axis. So direction is always towards the axis. Now you have seen that this is the direction of AC, centripetal acceleration, okay. At the point A, the direction of the velocity will be like this, it is v1. At the point B, the direction of the velocity is v2, and the magnitude of these two is also different, that is v1 vector is not equal to the v2. Magnitude of the two vectors is different. Then only the acceleration so produced by the change in the velocity is called the tangential. Now, what is the relation between the velocity and the angular velocity? You already studied that v vector is equals to r vector cross omega vector. Okay. If you will differentiate it with respect to time, then what you will get? dv vector upon dt, change in velocity with respect to the time. This can be written as d upon dt of r vector cross omega vector. Now these are the two vectors. Apply product rule, and the product rule of differentiation is that first function differentiation of the second plus second function differentiation of the first. So first of all, the first function is this, differentiation of the second means d omega upon dt plus second function is omega, differentiation of the first dr upon dt. It is the product rule for the for differentiation. Now d omega upon dt, rate of change in angular velocity with respect to the time, it is written as what? Alpha. Angular velocity with respect to time, it is alpha, angular acceleration, plus omega cross dr, the rate of change of distance. Dr is, students, like this, it is dr vector. Rate of change of net distance with respect to the time, it is v vector. Now see this expression very carefully, this part and this part, okay. Now see, omega is in this direction, v is in this direction, v is in this direction. So this is the net value of the acceleration, a net. So this is also one part of acceleration, this is another part of acceleration, this is also acceleration, this is also an acceleration. Now what type of acceleration is this? It is omega, this is v, okay. Now the two vectors are clear, this is vertically opposite vector, see, this is omega vector, this is v vector, this is omega, this is v, okay. Particle is moving like this. So what is the net resultant other than this vector and this vector, perpendicular to both of them, which is directed towards the center? So this is the vector representing the AC. See, all the vectors, velocity, acceleration and omega, are mutually perpendicular to each other. So this is the vector which is directed towards the center, and it is also acceleration, therefore it is called the centripetal acceleration. Now see, over here it is r. R is in which direction? R is in this direction. Object is moving like this. R is in this direction. Alpha like this. Alpha is like this. This is alpha. It is aerial vector. It is r radius. What is the net perpendicular to the r and the alpha? It is like this, which is along the direction of the tangent. See, this is r, this is alpha. The net vector perpendicular to both of the two vectors will be either this or this along the direction of the tangent, because object is moving like this. So the resultant vector of these two vectors is along the direction of the tangent. That's why this is termed as AT, tangential acceleration. Now students, this AT is along the direction of the tangent, and in the direction of the tangent, which physical quantity is there? Velocity. If AT and velocity are in the same direction, then resultant velocity will increase. This is the direction of AT also. If AT and V are in the opposite direction, then the resultant velocity will decrease. So this is the expression for the tangential acceleration. Tangential acceleration is along the direction of the tangent. Centripetal acceleration is towards the, see, this is tangential, this is centripetal towards the center. Object is moving like this. So tangential acceleration and centripetal acceleration, what is the angle between the two? It is 90 degree. See, this is tangential, this is centripetal, angle between the two is 90 degree. What is the resultant of the tangential vector and centripetal acceleration vector? This is the A point and it is along the direction of the tangent. It is let AT vector, it is AT vector. Okay, this is a AT vector, tangential vector. And tangential vector means object is moving in which direction? Object is moving like this. This is the tangential vector. This is O. What is AC? This is AC, centripetal acceleration, which is along the direction of the center. Okay, this is AT. Now, if these are the two vectors, what will be the resultant vector? Draw the parallelogram. This will be the direction of the resultant. Okay, A net, this is A net, net acceleration of centripetal and tangential acceleration. So A net, the resultant acceleration can be written as what? A net. A net can be written as under root of AC square plus AT square. Because the two vectors are perpendicular to each other, you know the law of parallelogram of vectors, a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Theta is 90 degree here, over here, so that term will be 0, cos 90 0. So only the remaining term will be the total acceleration is AC square, root of AC square plus AT square. This is the total magnitude of the net acceleration. Okay.